Welcome on back here to Super Duper of the South. Doing a little tractor cab building today. See a tractor? No cab. They are expensive. About 10,000 doll hairs for one of them cabs. So we're gonna, gather what we can. Most likely not a whole lot of anything. We're gonna build another one. Boss says, hey, you're a fabricator. Build us a cab. So that's what we're gonna do. So hit that like, hit that subscribe, and stick around. Let's get to this thing. Step one of the cab build here. Charlie gonna knock her out. Top half ripped from the floor, so we got it all tore apart. About to make a stencil a new one and just work our way up till we got a complete cab that saves us, $8 grand. So let's see what happens. Next step here is I've got my new diamond plate, which is going to replace this floor. Got the floor separated from the frame, which I'm going to save and reuse that. So more or less just going to do a little cut and paste here. Do a little stencilage all the way around. Make a cut. Then give me some flat bar. Make my edges around. And put it back on place of the frame. Weld it out. And then we'll do our midsection and carry forward. Let's get back to work here. So now that we got our piece cut, a little bit of grindage on the alligator bite marks there. Got our frame cleaned up. We're now going to place our frame onto our new floor, somehow line square, somehow somewhat lined up, tack her up, and then we'll flip her on over and weld her out. The old piece here is the guide. Going off the old rotted floor, kind of eyeballage, you know what I mean? I believe we are in place where we need to be. So we're going to tack our frame down, and once we get that all tacked up, we're going to add our skirting, which will form around the edge like so right there. Then get her welded out and flip it on over and keep on keeping on, you know what I'm saying? Now that we're all tacked up here, we've got our 3" by 1/4 flat bar. I've got it cut to a, fairly close length of the lengthage here. We're going to dress this old girl up. We're going to put a skirt on her. We're going to do a little tacking, a little heat, and wrap her on around. We got our base of our cab all done up here, which we'll do a little grindage on the seams and everything, but it's more or less ready to go. So now we're going to go split our cab in half onto our second section and do some trimmage, try to get it on top, and then we'll add the top and we'll be done with this thing. Here's our other cab, or the cab we're working on. As you can see, the bottom whole section here is just rotten, along with what the base was rotten. Top, not so bad, but what we're going to do, we're going to split this top from this lower section, repair all of this, and then we'll do a little repair on the top, what we need to, and place it all back together. A little paint and get some fresh glass, and I'll be ready to go. Top actually separated from the floor, which is what we just built. It's completely gone. Cabs are about 10 grand, so they decided, hey, you're a fabricator supposedly, why don't you just fix ours? And that's what we're doing. Just got the old door frame out. Have to get the other frame from that side, and this whole deal is just seamed together all the way around. I don't know how hard these are going to be to get some of these bolts out, but a couple blessings later, maybe we can just take some bolts out, split this on apart, and be on our way. And I think we're just going to build a fresh new lower piece here, just do a little touching up on the top. So get the other door frame out and get the splitting. Well, that ain't worth a crap. Now, let's try again with a different approach. Time to do this the old-fashioned way. Some of that liquid courage. Expose more bolts, or no?
Yeah.
Hopefully only have to cut just a few of them, and the rest will just come right out. I believe we may be close to having a broke loose. You're doing good, just keep going till you smell shit and hear glass. Damn, he's good. All right. Awesome. Ah, and then there was one. So I reckon our next step here, not much we can salvage on this midsection. I do believe we can cut the top out, at least 2/3 of it. That'll help us get a good start when we place it to our base, which is in the shop over there. And that'll kind of give us a good mock-up for putting our top on. So thought about using it zip cut, but we're just gonna go do a little torch action this thing. We can always grind it clean. You know what I mean. Grind it clean. Well, we got her on the ground. I've kind of beat on it some. Pretty well got her broken loose. Here's the final touch here. So more or less just use that as a mock-up. Got Donald. And the rest of that's just garbage. So out of this whole build, we're saving that and that. So now that we got our old sectionized piece up in here, we got the base. We got her nice and, you know, brushed off. I'm going to start off with some 1-inch square tubing, little notch, and we're going to kind of place a couple spots, get this thing kind of somewhat squared up there in a few directions, and keep adding in, and we'll fill in with some sheet metal.
It's not level.
Not level thus far. So we just follow that, we'll be good. You know, just run it off that much level. Come on. So I've got the floor here fairly on the level side. Nothing we can't just chase as we go through. I've got these pieces notched just a little bit just because whenever I get this in place, I want the lip to fall in so I can get all this flush, run my thin sheet wall. So just going to tack these up, level them both ways. So we get a couple on right now, you know? And then kind of get it up there and mock it up, see if it looks good, and then we'll just keep adding. And I've measured on the old cab to where this piece, where I cut off, should fall right here. So I know this is a good place for me to start. That's pretty freaking good right there. Just how good we are. For measurements. Almost too good to be true. Actually fit extremely well. So you're going to just do a little fine arts. That's kind of bowed in. Pull that back out. Get all these pieces tacked up, and we'll start sleeving this thing. So we've got our frame here all jigged up. Well, actually, it's all welded up. Even put a little top piece to fill in the rest of the top where my cab is going to sit on top of. Everything welded out. So this is all structurally supported. And now we've got our sheet metal cut out that's going to skirt this bad boy. We're going to carry all this to the house, use the old air brake, make some bends, and we'll come back and slap these on. And hopefully, if all my bends are proper, it'll just ease right on here. So we shall see. It's going to be kind of fun getting this curvature in the front. See, it actually sits in a little bit on the top and the bottom, so forming that piece on is going to be a little tricky, but I think we can get her done. So now that we're in my shop, got our old air brake here. You know, it's somewhat powerful. Should be enough, a little bit of leverage, that we can get these pieces of sheet broke. So let's get it done. A little loud, so ignore the noise. Nothing to be afraid of. We'll let bend it. We're about to find out. Looking for a perfect elbow on this thing. Now, this next bend, got a little template I'm going to go off of. It ain't got to be a 90. It's in between like a 45 and a 90, so see if we can hit that just right. stepping between it, dude. Shut that off. Got a little modifying here. Look at that. Like a glove. Got our first piece here. Our template fits in there like a freaking glove. It's going to be a similar situation where it don't have to be bent very much. I will use my same little jig for that. Turn our air back on. Went too much. Should rather go too much and not enough at all. Number two, nice and broke. One more piece. A little up to it. Go ahead. The middle of one. Perfect. Perfecto. Got all our pieces broke here, which will end up being a perfect 90. And like I said, a couple slight bends there. Got our bends to cap off to our frame piece, and that's pretty well to go. With that being said, I'm gonna end this on that note. This will be part one of 2 parts for the cab build. If you haven't already, like and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. You want to come back and see it. It's only going to be a week away, people. I mean, let's give you something to look forward to. That being said, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Thanks for all y'all do. Thanks for, you know, just following along here in the channel. And be sure, got a couple truck builds coming. See, I got a bunch of parts over there, lowering kit, all kind of junk. Got a new tailgate over there. Got a hood. We're gonna do a little bit of body work, a little bit of paint, a little bit of lowering. All kind of trick stuff, make ourselves a nice street rod. Got that coming up, and obviously the 86 build will follow along not too long behind it. So that being said, something you're interested in, hit that subscribe. Appreciate y'all, and keep on keeping on, and God bless.